Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be watching me from. You are all welcome once again to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to show you a video about our great man who went to meet the Lord, who passed away, as a Captain Hosa. This is the burial funeral ceremony they are doing for him. Just watch, and why I want to show this video is because of the daughter. Just listen and watch this video. God bless you. If you know what my concern over this video is, we that are alive now, if we, a lot of people have said a great things about this man. So many persons have recommended this man in a very good way. No one have said he's a bad man. Everybody, even the one that was privileged to be in the funeral service, the one that allotted, all of them, even to the extent, let me shock you, for our urban leader, our king, our second king, for him to postpone his coronation anniversary, fifth anniversary. He postponed it because of this man. For you to, that one will tell you that this man was a really great man. He was a great man. But in this thing that I say, in the we that are alive, what kind of life are we living? If maybe with anyone, when it comes to any of our time, that it's turn by turn, everybody have his soul and hold it that will go and meet the Lord. What kind of recommendation people will recommend you? What will people say about you? What kind of life are you living out there? Is it a good life that people can remember you for good, or people should remember you for bad? What kind of life are you living? Ask yourself. If you know you are not living a life that what it, when you want to meet the Lord, then people will recommend you good. You can change. You still have the chance now. It is when we are alive. You still have the chance. You can change, because if this life is a gift from our maker, but when the time come for us to go back, no one, even upon all the money this man had, no money we're able to keep him alive. For you to know that the only owner that can take this soul is the maker, the giver of life. So we should all know how we live our life as we are alive now. Let us live a good life for our children, for our children's children, for our generation to come, so that people will talk about good of us. So let me play. I don't want to take much of your time. Let me play this video as you watch it. God bless you. Leave your comments in comment section. God bless you.
Almost, I want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you all so much as we honor my dad and lay him to rest today, Captain Hosa Wells Okumbo. I want to thank you for your love, your support. It has been tremendous for my siblings and I, my stepmom, Auntie Nosa, and just the rest of the family. I want to say thank you. Thank you very much. It is humbling to see this room filled with so many people who knew and cared for my father. I would like to especially thank my loving and kind husband, Ogiame Atuwashe III, for his tremendous support for me in this most difficult time of my life. I want to thank my people, the chiefs and all the Ishakiri people here represented. Thank you so much. To all who have attended today, I also say thank you. As you have honored my father, you also will be honored. I want to share a story about my father that I actually shared at the Service of Songs in London, and I want to share it here today because I find that it was a very significant and interesting story, so permit me to share it. So on my last trip to London, just before my father passed, to see him, I traveled to the Abuja airport, and as I've traveled many times. However, on that particular trip, it was very different. It was like as the protocol officers introduced me as captain's child, the face of all the people in the airport lit up. They were so full of joy, they were happy, and they shared stories, every single person, from people at the check-in desk to immigration to just everywhere around the airport. And the stories were one of, your father helped me. I mean, we've seen this through the week. We've seen so many testimonies of daddy's love and intentionality with people. But I found it quite interesting that even at an airport, a place that is for transiting, you know, he was intentional enough to impact the people around him. Oftentimes, we who travel to the airport are so busy to just get to our next destinations. We are not so fussed or particular about engaging with people. But as I heard the testimonies of these people that helped, or my father uplifted, whether by paying school fees or just giving a listening ear, I was reminded almost of the analogy that life is. You know, they say that life is a transiting point, with heaven being our final destination. And Captain shared this even in life. He wasn't too busy to impact people. He wasn't too busy, no matter the heights he got to touch lives. And to me, this is what embodied the greatest of virtues, service. Christ's word said, "He who is the greatest amongst you shall be your servant." My father was a great man. He lived in service to humanity. Please feel free to clap. Thank you. My father was my hero long before I understood what public power and impact of his life had. I grew up watching him make choices to dissolve the walls of impossibilities and others, things and hardships that he faced. Captain Hosa walked in purpose, and in doing so, he encouraged others to find their path. Everything he was, he taught us to be. I cherish memories of my father leaving important things to attend to his children whenever we needed him. His family always came first, and everyone who knew him could testify of this. To us, Daddy's love was a safe haven, one firm enough to see us through tough times, yet soft enough and tender enough when we needed the warmth that only his love could give. He loved us all so genuinely, so intentionally, that if you were to ask all of us individually who his favorite was, we would all say that we were. But for the purpose of this eulogy, I'm going to take that title and say that I was his favorite. As we grew older and carved our paths for ourselves, he kept tabs on all of us. He never stopped being an incredible father. It was a delight to see his grandchildren how his grandchildren brought new joy into his life. I remember when my first child was born and I brought her to see him, and the joy in his face, he was dancing and singing, "Gomo, gomo, gomo, gomo," and it was just so powerful. And he did that with all his grandchildren. No matter how busy he got, he was such a great father. Seeing my father trust God this past year through the toughest fight of his life has taught me something. It has taught me how to trust God through the most difficult times. And so in this today, I stand here before you, not unaware of the vacuum that he has left, not unaware of the fear of the future that we feel, but still hopeful that the God who kept him and took him in his time will keep us. Through the week, listening to many tributes, I have been overwhelmed with awe as I reflect upon his impact and his legacy. My pain is assuaged by the confidence that even as we mourn his passing, Daddy is dancing and praising God with angels and the 24 elders in heaven. My father had numerous children, as Ogogo, my sister, said in her speech yesterday. And I would like to liken my father to Joseph's coat of many colors. He oftentimes says he was Abraham, and Abraham's blessings were his in all 12 of us. However, for the purpose of today, I want to liken my father to Joseph's coat of many colors. He was a man of many parts, man of many personalities, each unique. And through the stories through the week or through the months since his passing, we have seen a different side of Daddy, and it has been incredible. However, I reflect upon my siblings and I see how each and every single one of us are like a stripe in that coat of many colors. Osahon, for example, is dogged, and he is able to take risk like my father. He is creative. Impossibility is nothing when he decides to do something. Adesua, our very own Minister of Finance, always with her calculator, able to pioneer, able to break through. Hard work is her ethic. Deborah, she is disciplined and extremely principled. Osarime, with her kind heart. No, you don't just have Daddy's face, but you also have his heart. So jovial, always quick to forgive, always quick to laugh. Osarime say, you are the philosophical one in us. You have Daddy's ability to ask the wise and dig deeper. His love for esoteric thinking. You're also very principled, and you will say the truth in a nice diplomatic way, but say the truth nonetheless. We go on to Ogogo, the one that doesn't understand what second place is. Her place is number one, and that's it. She is focused, brilliant, beautiful, hardworking. I love you, sis. We go on to Nusa. Nusa and his kind heart. He strives for excellence. He thinks light years ahead of his peers. He is a game changer and one that is able to break through on whatever he puts his mind to. We know this with his basketball as well as his schoolwork. We go on to Omosade, the one that has a kind heart. She's always in it for the underdog. She never would look at someone suffering and not reach out. Omosade is the embodiment of empathy. She is kind and loving and sweet. And then there's our Chocho. Daddy used to call her Chocho, and so when she was 3, I took that name on as well. She's our playful one who's always ready to smile, and she loves so deeply the people that she sets her heart to love. And then there's Brian and Ryan. R&B, as I call them privately, they are, I believe, the purest version of our Father. Their hearts are so pure, so beautiful, yet they're two distinct personalities. You have Brian, who's smooth, just like Daddy, but then you have Ryan, who's smooth, just like Daddy, but then you have Brian, who cuts to the chase. He doesn't know how to, make it. And you see, I'll leave you guys to figure out which stripe I am. But each stripe beautiful in itself, absolutely unique.